Hello everyone. So I saw that BigDapPacino's channel put up a Dream Garage Challenge today. So I thought I'd just pull out some of my favorite vehicles, thinking if I won a massive Powerball lottery, I'm talking like $500 million kind of lottery, because first I would have to make my own castle, and then I would have a big stone garage within that castle. So I'm gonna start off with I think the least important car, but it's still a cool car. It would be one of the Rally Works Mini Coopers from the early '60s when Austin Minis were competing against much larger displacement vehicles, and they won races with small engines and a small vehicle. I loved Minis so much that I actually bought a '91 Mini Mayfair, and then I repainted it to look like a rally car, kind of like this. I apologize, I don't know who made this model. This is also, I believe, 187 scale. And I just bought it a long time ago. It was for a few bucks. And I've always kept it. And I gotta say, this isn't actually even an accurate model, because number 177 had 2 spare tires on the top, and it had 4 headlights in addition to the original 2. So this is not an accurate model. It's just that I don't know of anyone making a 164 scale accurate Mini Cooper from the 60s, you know, the ones that raced in the Monte Carlo Rally and won. So anyways, I like this because I had a Mini, and it's I think it's probably the greatest economy car ever made. You know, America had the Model T, Germany had the Volkswagen Beetle, but the Mini Cooper just, I think, is a great car because it handles like a sports car, yet it was an economy car, and it transcended economics. You know, celebrities and stuff would drive these things too, but the common layman would as well. Alright, so the next subject would be a truck, because sometimes you just can't be bothered with curbs, you know, and stuff. Now, truthfully, I would probably own a tank. I wouldn't even bother having a truck. I would probably have like a German King Tiger tank from World War II, but since we're talking about vehicles, and I don't have a armored truck, that would be my second option, some sort of armored vehicle or military grade vehicle. But I don't have one of those as a diecast, so this is the closest thing to it. It's the Rambo Lambo, you know, the second truck that Lamborghini made, the LM002. So, yeah, that's what I'm throwing in there for the truck. But everything else I have is a car. Okay, so the next one. Sometimes you get to cruise around and just have fun. You know, if you see my channel here, I'm buying a lot of fun cars, not particularly realistic cars. But this car does exist in the real world, and I think it might be valued at like $5 million or something. But you know, this is a drivable vehicle. It would be a hoot to drive this thing around, just because of all the gizmos and gadgets the thing. You know, granted they're fake buttons and stuff like that, but it's just such a funky looking vehicle. And then obviously the early first Batman TV show was pretty funny too. So, alright, so now let's get into some regular cars again. Mercedes is recognized as the world's first car company with the 1881 patent wagon. I think it was 1881. But so I feel that if I had to have a car in my collection, I'd have to have at least one from Mercedes. And I think that the 300 SL is the most iconic vehicle from Germany as a whole. You know, not only Mercedes, with the gull-wing doors, and it's just a beautiful vehicle. So it's that simple. Alright, now the next one, I had to throw a convertible in there. And so we have an early 60s Lincoln Continental with the suicide rear doors. So even long before Entourage was a TV show, I loved this car. I bought a book on this thing, and I thought about buying one of these things. But the thing is, like 16 or 20 hydraulic motors or something in that roof, and I just knew it would be a money pit, so I chickened out. I never bought the thing. But if money was no object, I would have one of these for sure, just to cruise around in. And so this is 187 scale as well. This is made by Ricoh. And I'm noticing the steering wheel is extremely low. But anyways, so yeah, I would have to have this as my only convertible if I had to fit one into a list of 10 cars. Alright, so now if we're getting some serious money, I think this is the most beautiful Ferrari ever made. It's the 250 GTO, of course. And if you guys want a good review on this, Twice Diecast put one up of a model. I forget the name of his, but this model you're looking at here is branded as an SCM. But Twice Diecast has one that looks very, very similar. I'm guessing it's made by the same actual manufacturer, but it's under a different brand name. So he goes into some close-up shots on these models. But it's a beautiful car, and this model, being a resin model, is just absolutely wonderful. In particular, the extremely thin windows, and then all the little photo-ish metal details and stuff. So I would definitely have to have a 250 GTO in there. Okay, so I do enjoy competition racing, although I'm probably too old to actually drive this thing fast without breaking my neck. But I think this is the coolest looking F1 car in history because of its forefront tires. So I've featured this in a couple videos now and a couple challenges. So definitely the Tyrrell P34 is on my list of competition cars. Okay, so now knowing that I live in a castle and I have to get around places to buy expensive vehicles, I would need to be chauffeured around, and so I would need to have a Phantom limo of some sort. Sure, this is a Phantom 8 limo, and it's customized by Mansory, but truthfully, if I actually won the Powerball, I would prefer a Phantom 7 limousine. I prefer the styling of the original BMW-owned Rolls-Royces. So this is the next generation. It's a little more meaner looking, more aggressive, but still, it's the only die-cast limousine I have that's a Rolls-Royce, so it'll do. Okay, so 2 more to go. Just put up a video on this car, actually. It's my favorite rally car. So this is the Fiat Abarth 131, and this is actually an economy car, based on an economy car, and then it was modified for competition racing. And 131 won 3 World Rally Championships, so it was pretty successful. But I think it's just such a... Looking at the front end, I'm realizing, I don't know if you think this looks aggressive or not, but it actually reminds me of one of those furry little jumping spiders, you know, with all the lights looking like eyeballs of a jumping spider. But it's just a crazy looking box with fender flares, and it was really successful at racing. So I really like this car, and in particularly in this livery, the Alitalia airline. So, and then I'm gonna guess that if you guys have watched my videos, you know what car is coming next, because it's my favorite car of all time. This is the Kyosho version of the McLaren F1 that went out and won Le Mans outright against purpose-built LMP cars. So, granted, this won what I consider to be the most prestigious race event of the year, but this is based off of a road car. So this could actually probably be converted to be driven as a daily driver. So it's pretty nuts. And then you can bring 2 friends along as well if you put some seats in there. Maybe it does have the side seats, I'm not exactly sure. So that's pretty much it, I guess, for me. Yeah, not much else to say. But anyways, I appreciate these challenges. It's always a good time to be able to reflect on the models I've collected and appreciate them again, because usually they just sit in a cabinet and I don't actually take them out and look at them from all sides like this. So it's always a good time. So thanks, BigDapPacino. I appreciate the challenge. Okay, hope to see everyone else's models soon. Bye.